Hi, everyone. So this is a brief overview of how you're going to, first of all, access the Rstudio that is on our wonderful HPC cluster thing here at Arizona, and then also how you can push to GitHub. Yay. Figure this out in the course of maybe 45 minutes, going to office hours with the awesome HPC people here at Arizona. So you get to save that much time. Woohoo. Actually, there's more time than that, but this is kind of just like a condensed version. So what you're seeing right now is if you go and open a new browser and you just navigate to ood.hpc.arizona.edu, I will have added you as part of the metadata-analytics group. And so what you will find here is that you can go to one of my interactive sessions, yay, and you can start a new session. Oh, so sorry, interactive apps. Now, where you're going to go from here, Rstudio server, that is what we have here and what we generally are working with. And so you want to select the cluster that makes most sense for you. I find that the Elgato cluster, the cat, tends to be a little bit faster in booting up. So try that out. And then the runtime you can change. You can say, oh, I want to work for 3 hours. I want my Rstudio to be open for 3 hours, right? I want it to be open for 9 hours. And we do have a quota. So, try to keep this kind of realistic for the number of hours that you're actually going to be working. So for me, I'm just going to do 2 hours. This is just to show you this example. And it's not going to take 2 hours, but let's give ourselves a little bit of time. Now, in the PI group, this is important. You will paste this metadata-analytics as your PI group. Yay, that is our group. So it is how you will be launched on the same file system, and you can access the files within the Rstudio. So then we're going to launch it. Yay. What are you seeing here? So in your edition of this, you'll basically see the same thing, but you won't have these other instances. Oh, that was pretty fast, actually. It'll take a little while sometimes, but so now you can connect to Rstudio. And once you have this up, you will be able to access your own instance. It won't kick anyone out if they are also using Rstudio via the HPC, except if you click on their instance that they created. So just make sure when you're opening it, you click on the one that you created and launch that. Otherwise, they will be kicked out of their own. So for example, I created this one here, right? And if you connected to that while I was still on it, it would just kick me out. It's okay. It wouldn't lose any work, I don't think, but just in case, let's stick to our own little instance or session, I believe it's called. Great, so here you are. Wow, what do you see? You've got your classic Rstudio, everything you need. If we take a look over in our home directory here, we can see that I cloned our Git repository, which is from the metadata-analytics repository. And you can have access to that. It's a public repository. I created it under my ID. So I have the admin access to that. But basically, you can push. And that's what I'm going to be showing you today. Is once you get access to metadata analytics, you're going to be creating scripts and you're going to be doing lots of very cool analysis. And we want to upload that to push it to the repository so that from any work that you do here, you can push to our repository. Oh, amazing. I'm still enthralled by this because I think it's just the coolest thing. So let's say that you create a new script or you modify an existing script. So for example, I'm just going to modify this script because I have a lot of information here that I don't really need. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to do some cleaning here and see how it's read, because I made some revisions. You want to just control save or command save, and then your script is saved. Important piece, because let's say, I did all my analysis for today. I want to push it to the GitHub repository. What do I do next? Well, you're going to go to, on this tab, Git. And now you're going to do what Git calls, and I'm sorry if you already know this, but you need to commit your file and then you push your file. So first, we want to stage our files. That's what Git calls it when you kind of say this is what I want to prepare to push. So we're going to click the one, this script that we created or that we modified by deleting some lines. And we want to push that. But first, we have to do commit. because there are some changes here. And so this little window will pop up and you will select the thing that you want to push, but first you have to commit it. You can make a message, right? You can say, oh, I deleted some unnecessary lines in the script. Perfect. Love it, with a little smiley face. And then we commit it. Great. Oh, look at that. 1 file changed, 1 insertion, and 5 deletions. Thank you for that update, R. Very fancy. And then you can just close that. Now, what do you have to do? We are going to push. That pushes it. It actually hasn't gone to the repository yet, but it's time to push it now. So we're going to click the push button. And because we're going to push it to the metadata analytics, we are going to put in my username because that's where this repository is located. So I think there is an option for you to put in your own username, but then we have to do the branch merging on Git. And I'm not totally sure how to do that yet. We can definitely talk about that in the future. But here, we're just going to use this direct connection to my repository under metadata analytics and the password. So the password is actually going to be an API key that I generated on GitHub. And it basically says this is a trusted source. This is a trusted key. So here we have, and pardon me, I'm just going to grab this token that has been created for us. And we're going to paste it in the password. Boom, Control V, wonderful. And we push OK. Now you won't get many fireworks, even though it feels like fireworks. It just basically says, oh, you've pushed this, head, main, done. How do we know that it worked? I love a good indicator that the thing that I just did worked. So what you can do is you can go back to our wonderful shared public repository, and we can just do a little refresh. And oh my goodness, look at this. With our description, it says deleted some unnecessary lines in the script. Happened 1 minute ago. It worked. Huh. So yeah, so that's how you push from an SSH using the Arizona ood.hpc thingy. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. I thought this was really, really helpful, and you can do it as many times as you want. The API key that we pasted for our password is going to be, it does expire. So I put it for 90 days. And so we'll just regenerate a new API key at that time, and we'll create that as our password for the Git push. And that is all I have for you. I hope you have a beautiful day pushing and pulling and committing. Bye.